I'm here in Canary Wharf, which is going through a bit of a transformation recently. See, Canary Wharf was originally conceived as a business district. The City of London, London's other financial district, was getting so full by the 1980s, so full that they were building above roads and train stations. But there was this huge, vast swathe of derelict land here in East London, and in the 1990s, the government decided to kill two birds with one stone and build a huge overspill financial district right here in Canary Wharf.
Docklands is revitalising the whole region to the east of the City of London, and promising indeed to become an extension of the city itself in due course. Investment is currently running at nearly £1.5 billion, and over 650 companies have answered the call to go east in the past 5 years.
So over the years they plugged it into the tube network, and all of a sudden all of these skyscrapers popped up and brought with them thousands of office workers. But that's all it was, an office district. People rocked up in the morning for work and then they left in the evening after work. Nobody was here on weekends, there was no reason for people to come outside of work hours. And this created challenges for the long-term sustainability of the area, particularly when a global pandemic threatened to undermine its very foundations. However, Canary Wharf Group, the people in charge of the estate, knew that something needed to be done, and they ambitiously turned to one of the oldest tricks in the urban planning playbook to guide them, and that trick is mixed use. A wave of residential development has boosted the local population by 3,500 people since 2015. And new shops, bars, restaurants and amenities have also popped up to support those residents, and that's created new jobs and supported a whole new economy for the area. There's been this drive to turn Canary Wharf into a 7-day destination, so the area now hosts a calendar of 200 events annually, stuff like markets and open water swimming, live music events and that sort of stuff, which help attract people into the area from all across the city and add a vibrancy that just didn't exist 10 years ago. And so Canary Wharf has become this fascinating case study in urban planning of how to turn struggling monocultural areas into thriving destinations. And plans were revealed in August to build a 50-metre Lido floating on top of one of the docks here. With a planned opening of summer 2026, it'll bring year-round swimming to the list of things to attract people into Canary Wharf. And the reason I've come here today is for this. Working with the Eden Project, they've developed this urban oasis in the heart of Canary Wharf. They introduced these verdant public spaces which have allowed people to get closer to the water. And then around that we have this extensive planting and the boardwalk. It's brought new habitats which have attracted a whole host of urban wildlife into the area.
So we've had sightings of Canada geese, Egyptian geese, peahens, we've had coots, and we had a little family of coots there during the summer, and they had their babies, which was absolutely lovely. So my name's Olivia Phillips. I am the Director of Sustainability, covering our development and construction pipeline of work over at Canary Wharf. I also look after our nature strategy piece and our circular economy strategy. I've actually found that it's been quite a natural place that birds have wanted to flock to as the plants have established on the dock and also in the water. We've seen lots of different species start to come through. So underwater, we've got a load of habitat features for fishes, because we do have fish in there, surprisingly. We did have the question once, did we import the birds in there? When we said no, they came on their own. We've not done anything, just provide the environment for them. But we also have like different plant species. So we have, I believe, 70 different plant species which are in and around the dock. We've got bird boxes, we've got 5 bat boxes, because we're aware that there are also bats which go throughout the area.
And yeah, so they've added these little islands here which create habitats for wildlife, and then they've built this boardwalk going all the way around the dock, which enables people to get a bit closer to the water and enables them to interact with the nature a little bit more, right in the middle of one of the most built-up parts of the city. So it's a highly attractive space which acts as a centrepiece, drawing people down to the water. It's added life and vibrancy to what was a sterile and underused space before. And because of its wild nature, it's also easy to maintain.
So mostly it looks after itself just because of the planting that we've put in there, and underneath the water we've got things like artificial corals, artificial kelp forests, which start to clean the water itself anyway. But we do have a management team who will go into the docks, and they'll just make sure that it is all clean without causing any interruption to any of the waterfowl, or if there are nesting birds happening, we keep a distance from that. But the reason for doing that is sometimes litter does blow into the water and then it starts to impact the aquatic life that is in there. So we do have 2 guys who go out on a boat quite frequently just to make sure that all of those bits are cleaned up. But on the whole, we try to keep it as natural as possible so that it is just naturally replenishing itself. It's definitely a fun job to do, and when we put the dock there, it was really just for nature to have a place to thrive. So we don't want to be interfering all the time with that. It's like, this is a place people can enjoy it, but we also want to make sure that we are respectful of the nature which is in and around it.
But I also wanted to know if this project had brought any tangible benefits to Canary Wharf and the people and companies based there.
Well, part of what we want to do at Canary Wharf is to transform our spaces from slightly more traditional office block glass steel and actually soften that. And something which was really great for us is with our partnership with the Eden Project, we're also looking at how we can connect people better with nature. So looking at this space, which was quite a sterile environment, we're able to then transform it into something which was absolutely amazing. It was a big effort, but something that we just really wanted to do to make this space a usable space which connects people.
And it's Sunday and it's busy and people are out here enjoying the space. I almost guarantee that if you came here 10 years ago on a Sunday, it wouldn't have been anywhere near this level of busy. And I think that's testament to the success of this area and all of the effort they've put into regenerating this area over the last 10 years. It's worked.
Last year, we had something like 72 million visitors come to the estate. We've had winter lights, which has seen a lot more people come into the estate. We've got our ice rink, which is there. So there's all these different activities and initiatives which bring people to Canary Wharf. So we actually did an internal survey to identify how many people are going in and around the dock, and it is really being utilised. We've seen an increased number of footfall just going to that space, but we have been able to identify that there are a lot more people using that space for sure. During the summer, it has been heaving. There is not a space to sit there, which is wonderful. It's also meant that people are going there during their lunchtime, and we believe that that is improving the well-being of people. So we know that there are stats out there which say having a place where people can connect with nature improves the rates of depression, helps people with their mental health. And it also is just a lovely space for people to go at lunchtime or after work or even before work.
Being honest, I didn't used to like Canary Wharf. If you've watched my other videos, you'll know that I prefer human scale places with a mix of architecture and uses which keep it busy and interesting at all times of the day and week. Until recently, Canary Wharf was the antithesis of that, with huge monolithic buildings that felt cold as they hit the ground, used only by office workers who left the area desolate outside of office hours. But every time I come back now, it's getting better and more vibrant. Nowadays, it's busy even on weekends. They've introduced a network of high-quality pedestrianised public spaces which make it one of the most pleasant parts of London to walk around. See, being reliant on a single use was always going to pose an existential threat to Canary Wharf, as it does for all towns and places throughout history that have relied on one industry. I think of those mining towns or company towns which fall into serious decline when the one industry that supported them packs up and moves away. Or places that were built for shopping which started to struggle when a good chunk of that business was removed by online shopping. Strong places have a mix of uses which make their economies more resilient. It means they're better equipped to weather the storm if one of those industries disappears. What's been achieved at Canary Wharf could provide a blueprint for how to transform cities and places that are struggling to attract people to them. Whether it's towns that used to be reliant on bricks and mortar shopping, or cities which are now grappling with losing a load of office workers because of working from home. Canary Wharf shows that bringing in a diversity of uses and giving people a reason to come here that they can't just get online or as a byproduct of having to be here for work can give our urban areas a new lease of life and ultimately enable them to continue to thrive.